everyone, we're going to find the derivative of each function. We're going to do 2 of them in this video. These are a little harder than the ones we did in part 1. And the first thing I'm going to do is just rewrite this here because I can distribute the x and I can get that this is x minus 4x over x plus 3. So I just rewrote it. And then all I have to do is take the derivative of this and just use sum. And then I'm going to have to take the derivative of this piece and use the quotient property or rule. So here we go. So we take the derivative of f. And for this first piece, that's just going to be 1. And then for the second part, I have to use the quotient property. So that's going to be, you take your denominator and then take the derivative of your numerator, which is just 4, and then you subtract your numerator times the derivative of your denominator, and that's all over x plus 3 squared. You have to square the denominator. Now I'm going to clean this up a little bit. So this is going to be 4x plus 12 minus 4x over x plus 3 squared. Well, as you can see, these two cancel, so we end up having 1 minus 12 over x plus 3 squared. Now to make this look better, that's basically your derivative. To make it look better, I'm going to use my common denominator as x plus 3 squared over the whole thing. So that means what you can do is just kind of cross up here, and 1 times x plus 3 squared is just going to be x plus 3 squared. Then you have your minus 12. So that's going to simplify as x squared plus 6x, plus 9 minus 12 over x plus 3 squared. And I'll go this way. That simplifies to x squared plus 6x minus 3 over x plus 3 squared. And that's your derivative. Alright, next we have this one, and what we have is 2 separate functions. So we're going to be using the product rule. But the first thing I want to do is take care of this piece. And I'm going to rewrite this as x to the 4th. And I have my common denominator as x plus 1. And then go ahead and just cross like we did last time. That's over 1. So you get x plus 1 minus 2. And that's going to simplify to x to the 4th times x minus 1 over x plus 1. Now I'm ready to take the derivative. So we're going to be using both the product rule for these 2 pieces, and then we're going to be using the quotient rule for this piece. So here we go. The derivative of f is going to be, for the product rule, you're going to take your first part, x to the 4th, and times it by the derivative of your second part. So derivative of the second part is going to be using the quotient rule. So you take your denominator and multiply it by the derivative of the numerator, subtract the numerator times the derivative of the denominator, and then this is over x plus 1 squared. Alright, so I'm going to have to erase this a little bit here. Now, then since we're doing still the product thing, then we're going to add this part, which was x minus 1 over x plus 1 times the derivative of that piece, which is 4x cubed. All right, so if we clean this up a bit, I'm going to write it on here. No, I'll just write it out. So this is x to the 4th. This is going to be x plus 1. And this is going to be minus x plus 1 over x plus 1 squared. And this piece is going to be the same thing. So it's going to be x minus 1 over x plus 1 times 4x cubed. Well, as you can see, these two cancel. So you're going to get x to the 4th. And this is going to be 2 times x plus 1 squared. Now, for this piece, what I'm going to eventually want is the same common denominator. And you can see this one's squared and this one's not. So I'm going to make this one squared as well. And when I do that, I have to also multiply the numerator by that. Okay, times 4x cubed. All right, so then I'm going to go ahead and multiply this through. So you're going to get 2x to the 4th over x plus 1 squared plus, and this piece is just going to be x minus 1 squared, because there's two of them, over x plus 1 squared times 4x cubed. All right, now what I'm going to do is, on the next slide, is multiply these two. I'm going to combine these because I have the same denominator, and I'm going to multiply this inside. So let's do that. We're going to have x to the 4th times 2 over x plus 1 squared plus, and if I multiply this, I'm going to get 4 x to the 5th minus 4x cubed over x plus 1 squared. And so this is 2x to the 4th. If I multiply this out, take this back out. All right, so now let's just clean this up. And you're going to have x plus 1 squared, and then add all this up so you can get 4x to the 5th minus 4x cubed plus 2x to the 4th. And if you want, you can simplify this by pulling out a 2x cubed. That's going to give you 2x squared plus x minus 2. And then I think, I'm not sure, okay. And this is all going to be over x plus 1 squared. And that's all. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.